I spent Christmas Day alone for the first time, until someone knocked. This was my first Christmas after the divorce, and I'd been pretending. I was fine in the same way you pretend. You're not cold when you forgot your coat. You tell yourself it's temporary, it's not that bad, you'll be inside soon. Except there was no inside. There was just my flat. The radiator that made a sad clicking sound. And a cheap little tree. I bought out of guilt and then left undecorated because I couldn't face making it look festive. For one person, I told everyone I had plans. I said I was keeping it low-key. I said I was actually looking forward to the peace. What I meant was, my family lives hours away, my friends had their own partners and kids, and my ex had the Christmas I used to have. Not because he won it in some legal way, but because he still had the kind of life people imagine when they say Christmas. Busy, loud, full of invitations. Mine was quiet and careful, like a museum where you're not allowed to touch anything. I woke up late on purpose. If I stayed in bed, it didn't count yet. I scrolled through my phone and watched other people's mornings happen without me. Matching pajamas, kids tearing paper, couples clinking mugs. I put my phone face down and stared at the ceiling until my stomach growled. I bought a microwave Christmas dinner weeks ago. It was still in the freezer, sealed in plastic with a photo of a turkey that looked nothing like the gray lump it would become. I made tea instead, then another. I kept doing small tasks, like if I stayed busy I could outrun the feeling. Around noon, I turned the TV on for noise. Some channel was showing an old film I'd seen 100 times with my mom when I was a kid. Normally, it would have made me feel cozy. This time it felt like a prank. Like the universe was putting a hand on my shoulder and saying, "Remember when you thought you'd always have this?" By 2 p.m. I realized I hadn't spoken out loud once. That fact hit me harder than the divorce papers ever did. I stood in the kitchen and said hello to absolutely nobody, just to prove I still could. That's when the knock came. Not the quick tap of a delivery driver, but a gentle, slow knock like someone was asking permission to exist. I froze. My first thought was actually irrational. What if it's him? Like my ex would suddenly appear with a speech and a casserole and say he'd made a mistake. I opened the door anyway.